it's done. Super Bowl 59 has come to a shutting close on Kansas City Chiefs as their goals to get a three-peat has completely shut down by the Philadelphia Eagles, who were the defense were just absolutely dominant in this game against Kansas City. And Kansas City just had absolutely no answer against the Eagles team. And the Eagles were great from start to finish, man. I mean, Kansas City got dog walked in this game for the majority of the game. I mean, who could have seen this coming? Really? But first off, I used to do Super Bowl recaps years ago. I have not done one in probably 4 years. So this is definitely back to how Mirror TV was a thing before Mirror TV soon is becoming a full gaming channel in years to come. But back then, I used to talk Super Bowls and other championships. But yeah, man. I mean, Super Bowl 59. Eagles completely dominant from start to finish, like I said. It starts off, the first possession is the coin toss, which is Kansas City, shocker, wins the coin toss. And I'm thinking Kansas City's going to win that one. But, the game has to be played first. Eagles' first possession, it was a phantom offensive PI hold against the Eagles. It was a 4th and 2 play at the 50. Saquon Barkley is having a slow start. 4th and 2. Hurts passing it to AJ Brown, right at the right, and yet he was called for an offensive hold already. And I thought it was just a ridiculous call. Sure, there was a little bit of a touch on the mask there, but he wasn't pushing him off. He wasn't doing none of it. I did not like the call at all. That was a terrible call, and I feel like it's already starting. We have this conspiracy that Kansas City's being favored, all the referees, which I believed in. Anyway, the Eagles punted. Next up, it was Kansas City next possession, which it resulted in the punt. So, not much to comment on that one, other than the one first down play was the first play to Juju Smith-Schuster, which was an 11-yard play to start off. Travis Kelce not catching the football, just dropping a lot of them. Eagles possession now. Saquon Barkley goes with 2 yards. Jalen Hurts the next play to Goddard for 20 yards. For a 20-yard pass to the Kansas City side already. And they're at the enemy territory. Barkley with 5 yards pickups for the next 2 plays. 3rd and 5. Pass would be incomplete to Goddard, but there would be a penalty on unnecessary roughness on Kansas City. That was also a pretty phantom call. I mean, if you're going to have one terrible call on one team, you got to have a terrible call on the other team, and that was a bad call. That was a really bad call on the officials there. And the whole sideline was freaking out, and I feel like the NFL world, including some guilty of myself, saying that you had all the benefit of the calls all season long, and the one bad call you lose your shit over. So anyway, that gives the Eagles the first down at the Kansas City's 27. Barkley loses a yard, 2nd and 11. Jalen Hurts to Dodson and 28 yards. He almost got a touchdown, but he was just short. His knee was down at the 1. And then the next play, of course, is a tush push for Jalen Hurts to get that touchdown. So it was pretty good. Good start for them. And the defense, 3 and out against the Eagles Chiefs. The Eagles come back with a long drive. It was a 11-play, 50-yard drive. When Barkley was running up for a couple of yards and a few incomplete passes. There was a pass to Dodson for 15 yards, so that was a nice play there. A few plays later, Jalen Hurts got sacked 10 yards, but there would be a penalty on Kansas City. It was clear and obvious offside there. That possession goes to the second quarter, and a couple plays later, Hurts gets picked off by Cook at the 2. So he gets picked off, not resulting in any score. However, the Eagles defense after that held Kansas City in a 3-and-out. Eagles next possession, Jalen Hurts becomes the scrambler. And the next play at 3rd and 7, it was a 22-yard play to A.J. Brown, which was a nice play at the right side. Awesome play there by the Eagles team there. And they would not get the first down after that. It results in the field goal. There will be a penalty on the Eagles for a false start. Although it looked like the Chiefs' special teams defense jumped first. It did not look like a little bit movement on the snapper, which was Lovato. I don't like that call either. I feel like the Eagles should have gotten the first down there. But either way, Jake Elliott gets a 48-yard field goal in, and it's good. It's 10-0 Eagles already. Kansas City's next possession, 2 straight times, Patrick Mahomes gets sacked. 3rd and 16, Mahomes passing it, intended for DeAndre Hopkins. He gets picked off by Coop Deheen. His birthday, a rookie, and he scores. It's a pick 6 by the rookie to make it a 17-0 game, Eagles. Wow, I'm shocked. And the next was a 3-and-out on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He gets sacked again with 7 yards. 3 sacks already, as far as I remember. The Eagles' next possession, it resulted in the punt. They didn't get close enough to the end zone. Kansas City's next possession, that was picked off, and Bond, who was going to make the interception, that was a fantastic interception. I will say this as a football fan, when he dived for that football, that had to be one of the coolest interceptions ever. It really is. He dived for that football, and 2 plays later, Philadelphia scores. Philadelphia scores a touchdown. That pass was to A.J. Brown for 12 yards, and that is a touchdown, 24-0 to the end of the half. Then Kendrick Lamar came out and performed at the halftime. What did you think at the halftime? To me, in my opinion, no hate on Kendrick Lamar. I think he was very good, but the atmospheric and the show itself, it just felt underwhelming. I feel like there was something missing in the halftime show. It just felt slightly underwhelming. That's all I'm saying. It's not that it's bad. I just didn't like it that much. But Not Like Us and Turn TV Off was pretty good. Kansas City's first possession coming out of the half, it resulted in the punt. And Mahomes gets sacked again in this drive by Sweat. 3rd and 17, Mahomes scrambled and didn't get anywhere close to the first down. The Eagles' defense was all over. They were all over. Eagles' long drive, which was a scramble for 16 yards for Jalen Hurts, Smith for 6 yards, Barkley finds a good lane for 10 yards, Jalen Hurts with 14 yards scrambled up closer into Kansas City territory, and Jalen Hurts to Saquon Barkley for 22 yards, and they're already close enough to the end zone, and they would score. They would score almost instantly, except for the fact that they didn't score a touchdown. Chris Jones got hurt during the play, and that's pretty unfortunate. It's a non-contact injury too. That's always sucks for any player that comes down with the injury on a non-contract. It's awful. I do feel bad for Chris Jones. Anyway, field goals. Another penalty for false starts on the Eagles on the special teams, but it didn't matter for Jake Elliott because he gets it. He drills it in anyway. So it's now 27-0 Philadelphia. Kansas City didn't get anything. Did not get anything. Mahomes tries to scramble it up, and he fumbles it, but he was able to get it back. But there was an offensive hold on Kansas City that would drive them back after Hopkins even get the first down. So that alone didn't help Kansas City at all. and 4th and 4, incomplete. And it was just an amazing defensive play by Maddox. In the first play of the Eagles' drive, it's a deep throw to Smith for 46 yards to make it a 34-0 game already. My God. Only one play to make it 34-0 on that first drive. On that drive. That is a 46-yard touchdown, and that was a thing of beauty by the Eagles. It really is. Kansas City now playing with urgency. The first play of that drive is Mahomes passes to Xavier Worthy for 50 yards. So finally, a long and big play by the Chiefs, and they're in Eagles territory for the first time tonight. Mahomes passes incomplete to Pacheco. 2nd and 10. Mahomes scrambled for 3 yards. 3rd and 7. Travis Kelce with the little flick for 13 yards. In the next play, Mahomes passed deep from Worthy for 24 yards for their first touchdown of the game. That came in the third quarter. 2-point conversion was no good, and that was a bad throw by Mahomes. It was a really bad throw. That was intended for Travis Kelce, Taylor's boyfriend, and that ball was just nowhere near Travis Kelce. Eagles' next long drive, which would carry over to the fourth quarter. Eagles lead 34-6 going into the fourth quarter. Things are looking good for the Eagles. At the end of that drive, it resulted in a 48-yard field goal. There was there was no penalties there. But there was sack from Hurts to Tranquil. 4th and 13, 48-yard field goal. It was drilled to make it a 37-6 game for the Eagles. It was awesome. But disaster still holds for Kansas City as more problems occurred, and this is becoming a disaster for Kansas City. Mahomes gets sacked, and it was a strip fumble by Williams, and Williams recovered that football from Kansas City. So the Eagles take over immediately. He did a little bit of a celebratory. It was pretty excessive that the referees felt like. So it was an unsportsmanlike conduct back 15 yards. But the Eagles get that football back, and they score a field goal with this one. Another false start in that special teams field goal. But Elliott gets a 50-yarder in. No problems for him. Kansas City's a long drive. At the 25, Patrick Mahomes playing with urgency, trying to get that late comeback in. 3rd and 5 at the Philadelphia 36. That pass was picked off. That was a pick six. There was a pick six by the Eagles defense, but problem is, Carter was offside. Carter was offside. So that pick six didn't count. That was a good play though, but it didn't count. But a few plays later, they would eventually get that touchdown in. 2nd and 3 at the 4. It was Brown that gets the touchdown, but it was nullified because Juju Smith-Schuster kind of a little contact on the shoulder to a defender, and it was an offensive PI. So no touchdown there. 2nd and 13, Mahomes scrambled for 7 yards, and 3rd and 6, there would be a touchdown. This was DeAndre Hopkins get that touchdown in. 2-point conversion is good. It is a 40-14 game. But the Eagles, 2:52 left in the game, they can taste it. They can really taste it. So Jalen Hurts out of the game. Kenny Pickett is in the game. And all they did was really run the football. 4th and 6, after the 2-minute warning, they elected the pass, and that was incomplete. So one play for Kansas City to make a difference, and that was a great play by Patrick Mahomes. Deep throw to Xavier Worthy, and Worthy catches that football. And the 2-point conversion is good to DeAndre Hopkins, and it's a 40-22 lead for the Eagles. Onside kick that went to Calcaterra, and that's it. Kenny Pickett kneels, and the Eagles win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. Second Super Bowl win in 7 years, beating the New England Patriots and now beating the Kansas City Chiefs, which is remarkable because both times when they played those teams, it's pretty much a right back at you revenge games as the Eagles dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs, preventing them from getting a three-peat. And this is it. America wins. America wins. That's what they say. And the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And this Super Bowl was not even close. This was a bad Super Bowl, I would say. A terrible Super Bowl, but America doesn't care. They want to see the Chiefs lose. They want to see the Chiefs lose so badly. They didn't care about how good the game it was. They just want to see the Chiefs get absolutely dog walked by the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the country will take it. And of course, the Eagles fans, they don't care about how good the game is or if it's a blowout. They want to win. They got to win. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for absolutely beating the crap out of Kansas City. So that is shocking. The game wasn't that close. It really wasn't that close. I mean, I'll give credit to Kansas City. They were showing fight at the end of the game, but they showed it too little, too late. And Mahomes got sacked 6 times in this game. None of them were blitz. None of them were blitz plays by the Eagles. So, yeah, Vic Fangio knows defense very well, and it's kind of convenient that he does so well with the Eagles, but doesn't do shit with the Dolphins. So, yeah, that's another fuck you to Chris Grier, or the Dolphins GM. So, but regardless, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. You definitely win this. You definitely earned this. Win this. You definitely earned this win. So go celebrate, but please celebrate responsibly, because I know Philadelphia goes crazy when something like this happens. But yeah, man, that's Super Bowl. That is a Super Bowl 59. The game wasn't close. But nobody cared because they want the Chiefs to be dethroned. So anyway, man, that's going to do it. I know this is a little bit of a surprise video on Mirror TV. This is going to be a gaming channel, full gaming channel in a couple of years or so. But I want to take this opportunity to talk to you guys right here. You know, what I do with Miami TVG, it's pretty extraordinary. I only talk Miami sports on that channel. But when regarding everything else, I do want to try to have that concentrated in my best of my ability. At some point, I want to talk football, and I don't know how to do it. If I'm balancing the Miami sports on the TVG side and the gaming on the Mirror TV side, I'm trying to figure out how to balance that out. But eventually, I want to talk football every single week on something. I do want to do it eventually, but right now it's not the good time to do it. So you see what I mean? I'm trying to figure that out, how I can balance it. But either way, for this one, congratulations, Philadelphia Eagles. Go celebrate responsibly. And yeah, man, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Mirror TV is back. And when it does, hit me right there with the favorite team you deserve. A new Let's Play is coming out tomorrow. Please stay tuned, as it's a game I've been wanting to do for so long, ever since I got it. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. And I'll see you guys whenever. Good night, everybody.